Alright guys, welcome back again on my YouTube channel. So as always, I have some really nice setup for you guys. Like you guys can see, this GBP USD was a setup I told you guys last week, and I said that I'm going to enter it. I showed you guys how I'm going to enter it, but before I do a quick recap on how I later entered it, I want you guys to hit the subscribe button, go to the description below, hit the link below my Telegram channel. It is free to join. This is where I posted this beautiful trade that you guys can see right here. So before I do that, a quick recap on GBP USD. I want us to first look at the DSY. Let's check what is really happening with the dollar index. Now, previously I have been analyzing this dollar index. I told you guys that the market is bullish. You guys can see what really happened here on the daily time frame. We analyzed last week when the market was trading around this area. I told you guys that as long as this level can hold this market, at our next level is going to be 100.049. around this level. This is going to be our next level target. I can see what really happened here. Boom, the market pushed to the upside. You see that push, that strong momentum, this big engulfing bullish candle right here, and I have been calling this market bullish for the past 2 to 3 weeks now. When the market came and break above this level, came back to this support level and start pushing to the upside, I have been calling this market bullish. So let's go back to the GBP USD. This was my favorite bet this week. I have made a lot of money within these 2 weeks. I have been trading that the DSY I have been trading to the upside. I have made a whole lot of money. Last week, you guys know I was on the trade on USDCHF and USDCAD, and now I got this beautiful move on GBP USD. You guys can see this is a beautiful move. You guys can see this candle, this bearish daily candle that is going to the downside. So if you check my last video, I analyzed this pair very well, but I will still do a quick recap on how I entered this market. Now on a daily time frame, you guys can see it's very clear. If you can see it, you can have it. We are currently on a downtrend. You can see this was a previous higher low that the market created, and the market now started to push up, created a new higher high, and fell to come back to this level and create a new higher lows. Then it now started to create a lower low. You can see what really happened here. Then the market not only came to break below these recent higher lows, it came and takes back to it. At that time, I wasn't so interested in GBP USD because I was holding some of my trades on USDCAD and USDCHF. Then I waited patiently. The market came back here and now retraced back to this level again. This is where I became so interested to trade the GBP USD. And on the 4-hour time frame, I told you guys, I showed you how I'm going to enter the market. If you look closely, you guys can see this minor level that is here. You won't see it very clear, but this is where I plotted the levels. I first plot the levels on the 4-hour time frame before I scale down to 2-hour time frame to execute my entry. You guys can see what the market is doing around this area. When the market break below it, I told you guys that I was waiting for the market to come back to this level, this particular level, but luckily for us, the market pulled all the way to the upside and I started to reject from that level. And this is where the thing was very clear to me. I was monitoring the market, still looking at it. I saw this big bullish and big bearish engulfing candle that the market closed with, and I was all right, this market is about to go to the downside. I waited for it. Then this market now opened with a new candle and the market was going up without new candle. So when I saw it, this candle is already going up, so it was an advantage to me to enter it, because assuming I enter at this level, my risk, my stop loss would have been so wide. So I entered at this level that the market was pushing to, because it was a resistance. If you go to the 1-hour time frame, you guys can see it was a resistance level on the 1-hour time frame. so it was so strong. I entered my sell around this area, stop loss above here, then I set and forget. This market was so beautiful. For the past 2 weeks now, I have been hitting the market back to back. And if you guys want to know how I entered this market, watch my previous video. And if you also want to join me to enter all this trade, go to the description. My Telegram link is there. Hit it, subscribe. It is free. You don't have to pay for anything. It is free. Just enter, subscribe to it, then stay active and watch that whenever I post any of my signal. So currently I don't have anything to say on GBP USD because our next level target is going to be 1.32500. That's our next level target. When we reach here, then I will be able to decide where the market will want to head to, whether it will still continue to the downside. If we can break below it, I'll wait for the market to come back to this level, something like this. If the market can break below, I'll wait for it to come back to this level, then we can drop again. But for now, I don't have anything to say about GBP USD because I'm still holding some of my position here. I have closed 70% around this area, and this area was exactly 1:2. So I closed 70% and I'm just holding 30% of my position. So this move was so lovely to me. Next on my list is the Euro USD. Euro USD, last week I anticipated that the market will fall, but before the market fall, if I can be able to see any entry pattern or signal, I couldn't find any because the market closed around this area. So there wasn't that market movement around here, that structure that I normally love to enter. So I just allow Euro USD to slide back. But now this Euro USD is coming back to this level. It's trying to give us the same pattern that we saw, or with the same pattern we traded on GBP USD. You guys can see. Let me show you guys something. So on the daily time frame, it's where it will be so clear to you. Here you can see what really happened here. The market can break below it, came back to it and test back before it dropped. So same pattern is already happening on Euro USD. I want Euro USD to come back to this particular level, and if I bring out my Fibonacci tool, you guys can see that the Fibonacci tool align with that resistance level. So this market, if you just know how to analyze the market, it will be so easy for you to trade. Just get your technicals right. So I'll be waiting for the market patiently at this level. I'm not going to rush it. Already I have made a whole lot of money within these 2 weeks that I have been trading, so I don't want to give it back to the market. So I'll just wait patiently for it to come back to this level. If the market continues to drop from here, I don't care. If it come back to this level, and then I will be looking for a chart pattern on the 4 hours time frame to go short. So for now on Euro USD, I am bearish. As long as this level can come back to this level and reject off from this level, I'll be going short. Next on my list is NZDUSD, one of my favorite bet this week. This is going to be my favorite bet this week. Let me show you guys how this market is moving on a daily time frame. Now you guys really know that the trend is your friend. They say follow the trend, that the trend is your friend. So you guys can see this market has been on a downtrend for a couple of weeks now. You guys can see this is a daily time frame. You guys can see the downtrend always form a lower low, lower highs, lower low, lower highs, while an uptrend form higher high, higher lows and higher high. So what do I mean? Now this was when the market was bullish. It was forming higher low, higher high, higher lows, higher high, higher lows, higher high, higher lows, until it fails to give us a new higher high, and it gave us a lower high. After giving us that lower high, it came back to this level and gave us a lower low, come back to this level and give us an equal high. Not only that, it also came back, give us a lower low, lower high, lower low, then do as if it want to shift to the upside until it came back to this level and give us same equal high. Then the market dropped massively, then came back to this level, give us another lower high. Now the market came and break below this support level, turning it into a resistance level, and now pushing back to this level to create a new, now it formed a lower low here. Now it started to create a new lower high. So this is where I am looking to enter myself from. First level target, or I will use here as my overall level target, but depends on how the market move. I might be holding some of my trade to this level here. You guys can see this is so simple. If you guys can understand market structure and know when to enter for sales, always follow the trend. You guys can see nobody will see this thing now and say that the market is bullish. No, you guys can see how the market is going to the downside, giving us a lower high, lower low, lower high. So it is so easy. Now on the 4 hour time frame, I wait for the market to come and create something around head and shoulder around this area. It is forming a head and shoulder. I want it, if you go to 2 hours time frame, you will see what I'm talking about very well. Now this is right shoulder, sorry, this is the left shoulder. Okay, let me use this too. I can see. So I want the market to come and form this head and shoulder, then break below it. All right, behave yourself. Okay, perfect. Now this might not look like your perfect head and shoulder on the textbooks, but trust me, this really works. So I want the market to give us this beautiful head and shoulder pattern. I want the market to push and give us the right shoulder, then break below it, retest back to it, or I might be looking to sell around the right shoulder. It depends on how I saw the candlestick rejection from this level. Remember, this looking nice, like a liquidity grab around this area. The market came and grabbed all the whole liquidity here, all the whole stop losses we are here. So I want the market to come and play around this level, or if the market come and break below here, then it might come back to this level, then before we drop. Now I want you guys to see something. If this move is going to happen, it might be similar to this move, because whenever NZDUSD want to make this move, it just drop massively. It will not be able to even give you that opportunity to enter. So I'll be very careful on this pair. If the market move up a little bit, I might be entering for a sell from here, stop loss above this side, then TP around this area. Or if the market can be able to break below it, come back to this level, then I'll be very glad to join the downtrend. So this is it for NZDUSD. Next on my list is USDCHF. So like I told you guys, this was a trade I took last week. Very beautiful trade. Go to my Telegram channel, you guys can see what I'm talking about. Now I'm seeing a new trade setup on USDCHF, but although it is not that clear to me, I don't like the way the candlestick are closing, but the way the candlestick close with this you can see this is a very rated bullish engulfing candle that the market closed with, and it closed above this level right here. When the market was below, it turned to resistance, support, resistance, support. Here it now turned to a support level. So on the 4 hours time frame, the market is testing around this area, and I can see a head and shoulder pattern that formed on the 4 hour time frame. But if this head and shoulder pattern fails, I'll be waiting for a new head and shoulder pattern that will form inside this level. I'll wait for a new head and shoulder pattern forming around this area before I can be able to enter for a long. So I'm not going to rush to this trade. I'll just be looking at it, watch very closely to see what the market will present to us. So if you want to still join me to enter all this market, I'm not going to trade all of this market, just going to select one best market out of these pairs that I have been trading. Just select one and I will trade with it the upcoming week. So on USDCHF, although I have already made money from this market, so I'm not in a hurry to enter a new trade again. I'll just allow the market to do its thing, give us a clear and a nice setup. It's going to be this kind of move that happened here, but just going to give you some time to react to these levels before we can be able to enter. Next is on USDCAD. USDCAD, same scenario. On the daily time frame, we are bullish. You guys can see it. You don't need an AI to tell you that this market is bullish, but temporarily we are bearish, coming back to this level. So if this level can hold this market, this support level can hold it, we might be pushing to the upside, but there is a but here. You guys will know that anytime I say this but, I don't like whenever I want to join a market for a trend. Now the candlestick will not be giving me what I want. You see this candlestick right here, I don't like how this candlestick close, this daily candlestick closes. I love this one, but this one's supposed to have closed with, at least cover this week with half of the body. I would have loved it, but the market came and give all this weak rejection. So I'll be very, very careful on this, both the USDCHF and USDCAD. I'll be very careful. I wouldn't be in a hurry to trade this market. Just wait for the market patiently. I will wait for any chart pattern around this area. I have seen this double bottom break above it. The market is coming back to retest it, so I'll just wait patiently to see if there is any candlestick pattern or chart pattern that is going to come around this area that will add to my confirmation. So I will be going long from here. As long as this level will hold us, I'll be going long from there. But if we break below it, that means the long position is invalid. All right guys, this is it for the week. Currently I am on GBP USD trade. All my trade, I have stacked on my trade, move my stop loss to break even, and I'm just holding for my dear life. Whatever the market decides to do, it is none of my business. I have closed 70% of it. So guys, if you love this educational content that I'm giving you guys right here, I want you to hit the subscribe button. If you are new, hit the like button, and also share to your friend that need this breakdown, this analysis. All right guys, I will see you on my next video. Thank you and peace out.